the earliest forms of art, cave drawings, things like that. These were things that were done out of a necessity almost, we believe. That people are in the cave and they're trying to just survive and figure it out, and they're trying to explain things to each other, and they draw things, and it becomes sort of an expression that people all look at, and it becomes a central part of the community. Or sitting around the fire with clapsticks and a didgeridoo and rocks, banging them together to make music and then chanting to it. That's art. Here in Vegas, you've got this sprawling valley, and there are people living in these houses, all over the place, and they're separated from each other. There's parks and there are some community centers, but they're not used that much. There are casinos and there are malls. A retail entertainment destination, RED.
It's a transient town. It's typically perceived as somewhere that has no community at all, no culture, no art. First Friday really is it's a great example of what happens when people do come together and connect.
When I went to First Friday, I was like, what? Where have you been all my life? Why haven't I been here?
For the first time, I actually felt that there was people around that kind of understood what I was doing and understood who I was.
It's been a remarkable thing for Las Vegas. I cannot say enough good about it. And it's kept me here. It's kept my business afloat, and I get to do something that I enjoy and be around people that I enjoy and people who are true and real to the city.
You see the families out there, the generation of kids and their parents and their grandparents all coming out together to appreciate the art and the creative class that we have right here in our community.
It's important for the community to know that there's something out there that can involve the whole family.
First Friday for the community is really one of the few places where everybody can come together, connect with one another, and really have a feeling of genuine bonding.
I was a veterinary technician, and before I started this whole business, but sadly that career ended due to an injury, and I had to come up with something to do to support myself.
After being at Apple for about a couple years, they laid everybody off.
They're like, you did what?
And I told my husband, I want to paint.
Well, yeah, I took a hardback book, converted it into a purse, and then I rebind all the pages too, so you get the story with the purse, so no pages were harmed in the making of the purse.
The first one, I had about 10 paintings or so, and I sold them all.
I came home with virtually no purses. They all sold that night.
I've been painting since I was about maybe 4 or 5. When I went down there the first time, I was a little bit nervous. All I remember pretty much from that night is that I had an awesome time and I kept coming back. I wouldn't be the artist I am today if it wasn't for First Friday.
Nothing around the park anymore, so there's nobody in the park, so there's nowhere for people to be social, which is why things like First Friday, for our culture, are actual culture.
It would just be so devastating if it wasn't around. Vegas would not be the same.
Not having that community would really throw people off. Being used to that and coming down there is finally feeling that there's something here that we can all share together. That's very, very different and unique, and that just disappearing would be so tragic.
We need your help. We need everybody's help. There are quite a few different ways to get involved. You can come out and volunteer your time and teach to other people in the community something that you know, teach a skill, and just connect with other people who are interested in the same thing that you are. If you don't have the time to come out and volunteer and physically be there, donate. Support something that you believe in and ensure its continued success.